Republic of Avalon Radio. It's 0 hours, Avalon Standard Time.
Sono lieto di poter rievocare in poche parole le esperienze delle prime trasmissioni radiotelegrafiche a grandi distanze da me felicemente eseguite attraverso l'Oceano Atlantico il 12 dicembre 1901.
Holy snapping bra straps.
It's a podcast.
Let's talk about the early music in your life.
Early music.
When did you start playing?
Well, I was always, going around humming and tapping and so on as a kid, right from, say 2 years old. I just whined and complained so much that I had to be given a radio. So I'm not.
We love that kind of whining and complaining here at the morning show. We think everybody should have a radio. But anyway,
by the way, just to get off that for a second, a friend of mine asked that I mentioned to you that a long time ago you made somewhat of a commitment to play some Bob Marley on the show here, and he says you haven't lived up to it.
Right. That must have been our New Year's resolution show, so we'll have to dig out some Bob Marley. Yeah.
I think that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Oh, okay then. Yeah. Okay. Well, and so getting back on this track now, you've always had an interest in music, but when did you start first mastering any kind of instrument?
I guess when I was about 6, I got a guitar. And, of course, I had one of these little air organs and doing a bit of recorder in school. And I guess the music that I was playing, say, from 6 on up, songs off the radio, a lot of Newfoundland and Irish material, a bit of country, and Calypso.
Republic of Avalon Radio.
You're with the roar!
Republic of Avalon Radio, you're with the roar. I'm Jim Fidler, and welcome to episode 31. This week we have a very special show lined up for you. And I might like to kick things off by addressing something that I'm sure many of you have wondered about in the past. And I think I've perhaps not explained myself too well. So I'll make somewhat of an attempt to set the record straight. That little reference you heard in our modified introduction, for all you new listeners, welcome aboard. But that wasn't our usual sequence at the beginning of the show. I threw in a little bit from an interview that I did with an old radio hero of mine, Peter Miller, from the CBC Morning Show. From an interview done, I'd say better part of 20 years ago, where he was asking me various things about the very issue that I'm going to address here, and that is, what's with this business between, say, the music from, I'd say, Ireland, Scotland, Brittany, I guess what we call Celtic music, which is such an integral part of our culture and our music here on the island of Newfoundland, and the music from the Caribbean / Africa. What is it with this Jim Fidler guy that seems to drive him to sort of have some sort of a split personality or to be pulled in two seemingly diametrically opposed directions? Well, you noticed my little answer to his question there about the first musics that I've ever played. To simplify the answer, more simply than the answer that I actually gave, the music I would say that I cut my teeth on would be the Celtic music, the Irish and Newfoundland traditional music, and Calypso initially. And that would be stuff like Lord Kitchener and Mighty Sparrow, and of course the Harry Belafonte records that was in everybody's parents' living rooms at the time, and on many's a turntable on a Friday and Saturday night when the grown-ups were sitting around the living room and having a few beverages and so on and so forth. So that's really where it all started for me with music. And then of course I heard all kinds of other types of music over the years and played various things, but I always kept touching those roots, I suppose. That's where it all started with me, as well as a thinking person, as a Newfoundlander, as an island person who thinks about the state of affairs with Newfoundland and the whole history of colonialism with Great Britain. I've always noticed a great similarity between other places in the world that have had that same experience, and the process. I've been very interested to see that process unfold in other places, especially other island places. The way the people, I guess, psychologically, socially, culturally, collectively shake off that mantle or that yoke. And it's very interesting, and it's one of the great sources, one of the greatest sources of joy that in my life, to see a people realize its own identity and take responsibility for its own destiny, for its own future. To see Nelson Mandela become president of South Africa, to see people like Bob Marley coming from Trenchtown in Kingston, Jamaica, be given state welcomes around the world. These kinds of things have always been what really made my motor run, because as a Newfoundlander, I am of the mind that we've only but barely tasted having some sort of responsibility for our own destiny, and pretty much have always been ruled from afar, as we are now. But just suffice it to say, as a person living and breathing in this lifetime, for whatever reason, emancipation and reparation have always been two great sources of inspiration, and seeing people take responsibility for themselves and get over shame and things that have been taught into them for generations, that they're not good enough, that they need to be told what to do and how to dress and how to sit up straight and what type songs to be singing and what type hymns to be singing and all these things. As a Newfoundlander, I really feel a great brotherhood, or at least a cousinhood, with places like Barbados, Jamaica, Ireland, and the list could go on and on and on. So that's always been, for me, musically, just starting out listening to I guess mostly the Irish and Newfoundland music, and the music from the Caribbean, mostly at first from Trinidad, and then later in life my interests evolved from from the Irish side, the Irish and Newfoundland side, into some more I'd say better developed Celtic music, all the things like the Bothy Band and Planxty and so on, that sort of idea, the evolution, when the people started actually doing something with the music. not just trying to repeat what they thought their grandfathers did or whatever. They took what their grandfathers and grandmothers handed them with respect, the tools, and started making their own things with the tools that were given to them. That's what really makes my motor run. And I suppose as well, some of the music that I had heard as a youth, then later in life, hearing things like Get Up, Stand Up and Slave Driver and things like that, Bob Marley and the Wailers, really, I would say, changed my life. In a sense, just kept me going in the same direction from where I'd started. It's all about evolution and moving forward. So, as a musician, as a singer-songwriter, and as a Newfoundland Republican, and as somebody from an island who grew up writing and singing and playing and producing records, it gives me a great sense of joy, and I'm very honored and very pleased to welcome to Republic of Avalon Radio this week somebody who I would say probably feels pretty much the same way about many things as I do, as I've just mapped out for you. Somebody who I've had a lot of respect for a long, long time. And somebody that I'm very, very proud to introduce. And why don't I just do that in the form of music? Our special guest for this episode of Republic of Avalon Radio is none other than Mr. Eddy Grant. Let's start. Let's ease you in with something you know, something you're familiar with. Here's a little thing called Electric Avenue. You're listening to Republic of Avalon Radio.
Now in the street there is violence, and lots of work to be done. No place to hang out or washing, and I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. And then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. And then we'll take it higher. Working so hard like a soldier. Can't afford a thing on TV. Deep in my heart I abhor ya. Can't get food for the kid. Good God, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Who is to blame in what country? Never can get to the one. Dealing in multiplication, and they still can't feed everyone. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, out in the street, out in the street, out in the daytime, out in the night. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Out in the street,
check this out. I'm here with Eddy Grant today, and at your plantation, Bailey's Plantation. It's an absolutely lovely area, and you've got lots of flowers and trees, and we're sitting here in the gazebo, which is beautiful. And I want to welcome you to Republic of Avalon Radio. It's an honor to be here with you. And today, I guess we're going to chat about, for sure, your music. And I understand you have a new album that's going to be released in April. And I guess the first thing we can do is just start off by telling us a little bit about that.
First of all, thanks for having me on your program. It's wonderful to know that there are kindred souls out there who are for independent music and music people. And Avalon Radio obviously will offer to souls such as myself, I hope in the future, a lovely place to expose their music and their thoughts. We can talk about the new album, which after many years I have finished, and it's called Reparation. Reparation being possibly the single most important subject with regard to the well-being of Africans and Africans in the diaspora. The subject of slavery was an onerous one on the population of Africa, and it was possibly the most inhumane treatment of human beings one to the other. And there is a reluctance by the countries that engaged in African slavery, for example, the United States and Britain and France and places like that, to acknowledge that they did a serious wrong, and in very much the same way as there has been reparation for various other ethnic groups, I feel, and a lot of the world and the world's thinking people feel, that there should be a reparation and a general apology to the African people worldwide for this inhuman treatment. My album Reparation calls for this. I've named the album Reparation because I have a track on the album called that, and there are some subjects on the album that deals with things that I think about, as does always my records do, and this one no different, I suppose, in that respect. There's a mixture of moods on the record. I think that it's the one that's worthy of me putting my name to. I'm very proud of it, and as you've said, it will be released to the shops in April. You can also go to eddygrant.com or icerecords.com, and you can download that same album, or you can buy from the website at this time the album, and it will be shipped to you.
Excellent. I can't wait to hear it. Really looking forward to it, and we're going to go to a cut from that album right now.
There's nothing to say. never leave the struggle behind me. Oh, now I feel everything that they do. I feel so proud of you. I know all that it takes to be true. Deceit brings solitude. I want you to never be blue and weak like some of them. This whole thing is about fortitude. There's nothing so good and there's nothing so true. Oh, no. I could never leave the struggle behind me. It's more than myself. I could never leave the struggle behind me. Oh, na 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 na. I could never leave the struggle behind me. There's nothing to say. I could never leave the struggle behind me. Oh, na na na. I lived on the front line with you. It was just the start of it. We walked down all the same avenues, and that was part of it. We all had our bake or cuckoo put in on Saturday. Say your mama said, I don't want to taste nothing new. There's nothing to taste and there's nothing so new. I could never leave the struggle behind me. There's nothing to say. I could never leave the struggle behind me. Oh, na 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 na. I could never leave the struggle behind me. I said there's nothing to say. I could never leave the struggle behind me. Oh, na 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 na. Hey, I could never leave the struggle behind me. Hey, na na, hey, na na, hey, na na. Hey, I could never leave the struggle behind me. Hey, na na, hey, na na, hey, na na. Oh, I could never leave the struggle behind me. Yeah, I can't let the struggle behind. I could never leave the struggle behind.
Republic of Avalon Radio. You're with the roar!
I think that the radio situation throughout the Caribbean is fairly sad, in as much as that there has been a terrific cultural penetration from the United States in particular, which must have some sociological impact here. It's something that I've thought about for quite a long time, and I started the whole concept of ring bang to try and avert that. In the 90s, I established the ring bang philosophy and ring bang music, which is now what they're calling soca. That music was specifically so that we could avert this onslaught from America towards our youth that would change the way we think and would change, therefore, the way we are. And when you change the way you think and the way you are, you become somebody else, and you can no longer relate to that which is yours and therefore that which is valuable. My ring bang philosophy says that first you must learn to love yourself, which is something that is sorely missing in this region. Then you must learn to love that which you make or create. And then you should learn to buy that which you make or create first, thereby creating real wealth and generally self-respect one from the other. It increases the way the self-respect, your self-esteem. That is basically the ring bang philosophy, which was started exactly because there was so much cultural penetration from outside to the Caribbean. It's terrible the way our radio stations have become, because they have become mouthpieces not for their society but for another society. My recording studio, which, as I've said to you prior to now, it's like a star in its own right. It's called Blue Wave Recording Studio. From the very first day that I built it, matter of fact, before I even finished it, people were asking to come and work here. Marcia Barrett from Boney M was the first artist to record in the studio, and as I said, it was not finished. Immediately thereafter, and almost simultaneously, I would say, I started working on my Killer on the Rampage album, which brought forth Electric Avenue, I Don't Want to Dance, War Party, those songs. And that happened because I had just written those songs, having lost all of my baggage in coming here on British Airways. So I had to rewrite all the songs. So I had to give Marcia the opportunity to finish, to do her stuff, and then I would take second place, and after she'd finished late in the night or so, I would go in and work on the album. Thereafter came the Musical Youth, and from that it started to get its own little reputation. Sting came and he recorded Dream of the Blue Turtles here, which was an enormous hit for him, and it was a very strange time in his life as an artist, because you remember that he would just have left the police and had no real indication of what direction he was going to go in. And he came along and asked to use the studio and blocked it out for months and worked on that album. Immediately thereafter, we had Mick Jagger called, and Mick wanted to work on his own solo album, which was Primitive Cool. And so he booked the studio out for a long time, and then we had numerous people. We had a band called Soda Stereo from Argentina. We had some guys come from Mexico, and it's been as varied of that. We had Nina from Germany. I'm trying to give everybody a plug, but you know, there were many of them. And of late, we've just had the Barbadian artist who resides in the United States, Rihanna, who has just had a hit. She's just done her latest record here. So, you know, we don't promote actively the studio as a unit, but people who are of that bent, who like this environment and who think that they would like to make a record in this kind of way would come here and become a part of what we are, and hopefully draw some good vibes, and that goes into their music and so on.
Did it, did it. Did it, did it. Did it, did it. Oh, everything happy, and everything nice. Everything irate, my little sugar and spice. Oh, everything happy, and everything nice. Everything irate, my little sugar and spice. See her down on the corner, she dressed for July. Everything irate, my little island child. Everything just turn up. Here she come down by the corner shop. Everything just turn up. Here she come down by the corner shop. Showing off all she business. She shine like a pearl. Everything irate, she's the queen of the world. Showing off all she business. She shine like a pearl. Everything irate, she's the queen of the world. Everything just turn up. Here she come down by the corner shop. Everything just turn up. Here she come down by the corner shop. She'll dive off the top boat and swim the Blue Nile. Everything irate, my little island child. She'll dive off the top boat and swim the Blue Nile. Everything irate, my little island child. Watch her now. She gonna be ramming and a jamming when she get down on the floor. You see the people jamming and they back up by the door, and everybody singing with their hand up in the air. Welcome to the island life, she said. Welcome to the island. Oh, everything happy, man, everything nice. Everything irate, my little sugar and spice. Oh, everything happy, man, everything nice. Everything irate, my little sugar and spice. Everything just turn up. Here she come down by the corner shop. Everything just turn up. Here she come down by the corner shop. Oh, everything happy, man, everything nice. sugar and spice. Oh, everything happy, man, everything nice. Everything irate, my little sugar and spice. Watch out now, she gonna be ramming, she gonna be ramming, she gonna be ramming. Welcome to the island life, she said. Welcome to the island, cause everything happy, man, everything nice. Everything irate, my little sugar and spice. Oh, everything happy, man, everything nice. Everything irate, my little sugar and spice. Everything just turn up. Here she come down by the corner shop. Everything just turn up. Here she come down by the corner shop. Everything just turn up. Here she come down by the corner shop. Everything just turn up. Here she come down by the corner shop. Oh, everything happy, man, everything nice. Everything irate, my little sugar and spice. Oh, everything happy, man, everything nice. Everything irate, oh, my little sugar and spice. Oh, everything happy, man, everything nice.
Republic of Avalon Radio. You're with the roar.
I said that the studio is low key. It is that, but obviously we have maintenance. We have an engineer resident who is Viking, who is an artist himself, and the whole support mechanism for a live-in studio. We have cooks and people who clean the place and stuff like that. So it's and generally anything that an artist could ever want, because I'm an artist myself, and I'm sensitive to the whims and fancies of artists. We would have available for anyone using the studio. We tend to, as a residential studio, we tend to understand that, people want their privacy. The place is big enough to allow for that, and the grounds are generally very, very good for people to draw their vibes from, So there's a lot of possibility, and Barbados in itself is really a nice place for artists. The people don't tend to bother you and so on. So a guy like Jagger coming here, I mean, everybody knows, hi Mick, how you going? And it's that and it's over. And here at the studio, we're so far away from the beaten track that people are allowed their privacy.
Been more than bad. We inhale all the dust and disease that the postman bring. New dimension. This isn't just a war, I think. But who cares if in the middle of the night them gonna call on we? I say, going back there before them send me. 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 Deep in hate and in a country more than sad, we relate through the sound and vision and the song them sing. It be late now, no matter about the love I bring. In this state, it's just a matter of time for the call on way. Going back there before them send me. Mama say, mama say, mama say now. Going back there have been more than bad. We inhale all the dust and disease that the postman brings. New dimension, this isn't just a war, I think. But who cares if in the middle of the night that they call on me? Going back there before them send me, and I will be more than glad. Going back there before them send me. Mama say, mama say, mama say now. Going back there before them send me. How? I will be more than glad. Going back there before them send me. All right. Deep in hate and in a country more than sad, we relate through the sound and vision and the songs them say. It be late now, no matter about the love I bring. In this state, it's just a matter of time for the call on me. Going back before the I know. Hey, I'll be more than glad. Going back there before them send. Yeah, 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 yeah. Going back there before them send me. Mama say, mama say, mama say now. Going back there before them send me. Going back there before them send me. Oh, I will be more than glad. Going back there before them send me. Yes, I will. Yeah.
First of all, I'm not from Barbados originally. I was born in Guyana, which is somewhat to the south of here, past Trinidad and on the mainland of South America. I decided to come to Barbados, having lived 24 years or 25 years in England, because I had seen Barbados in my youth when passing from here, from Guyana to go to England. I had to stay over in Barbados, and I'm a great cricket fan, and I was a great cricket fan then. And as you know, Barbados is the home of Sir Garfield Sobers, the greatest cricketer of all time. And passing through here the first time, I was so excited that I was going to be in the home of Sir Garfield Sobers, you know, and I was really looking forward to it as a fan. And when I came here, I wasn't disappointed, because all the people, I didn't meet Sir Gary, Sir Gary just was not available, you know, to a little 12-year-old at the time. But the people that I met were so nice, and I was treated with such respect, and my brothers who traveled with me also, and we got to love this place. And so many years later, when I was about to set up Ice Records in 1974, I came back here on my way to Trinidad and Guyana. And I found again that the people were exactly as I thought they were many years before. They were lovely, and they allowed me my space, and it was very, very nice. And I thought, okay, when I'm looking now for a home, Barbados will be one of those places that I look at. And I had gone to Ibiza just prior to, and I thought that was a very nice place, but I couldn't speak Spanish. And then there was Guyana, which is my home country. At that time, it was very difficult to do international business because we had a very serious economic problem, and communications was bad, and there were lots of problems. And I spoke to our president, and he understood, and he said, yes, I mean, Barbados is as nice a place. If you're going to live anywhere, live in the Caribbean. And so I decided to live in Barbados. I came here and I bought Bailey's Plantation, which its history is quite serious, because it is here that the 1816 Bussa rebellion, the rebellion of General Bussa, took place amongst the slaves and the British, and thousands of people were killed here. And I didn't know this when I bought the place, obviously, but that's since been made known to me. And so I ended up living or ended up buying a very old plantation, and one with a very serious history. And then I set about over the years, many years and many dollars, bringing it to the stage that it is at this time. And I love Bailey's Plantation very much.
Republic of Avalon Radio. You're with the roar!
Many years ago, when I left my first band, The Equals, I say my first band, I've never had a second band, but when I left The Equals to be a solo artist, there were no takers. The major record companies wanted me to make exactly what I'd been making with The Equals, and I refused to do that, and so they refused to sign me. And there I then decided I was going to establish my own record company, which I did in 1974, which was Ice Records. It wasn't easy to get records played. I came back to the Caribbean with them, and I was able to get some records played, some places. And eventually, over time, I started to build a catalog of artists that were very similar to me, who were not getting played necessarily. And so Ice Records became the independent record label of the Caribbean. And then gradually I got more and more popular, and I went to Africa, I went to Argentina, Brazil, Poland, all kinds of places, and got success in those, in particular in the Eastern Bloc countries. There was a great amount of success for me in Yugoslavia, Hungary and Bulgaria, places like this. And then over those years, I started to get more and more involved with other artists. And so Ice Records built into being quite a strong little record company. It was never easy for us to get our records played. It still is not easy, but I've continued in some measure to fight the good fight. I have artists on there of some note that as creative people stand alongside any or the best that there is out there. There's an artist called Gabby, who is from Barbados, who is a phenomenal writer, a phenomenal voice, and a great artist. He sings across genre, a kind of folkish Caribbean folk, and also classic Calypso. And he is very vociferous. He's been into politics in Barbados, got his hands burnt, and he still writes very politically here in this country, and he's generally very well respected in the region, the Caribbean. I've got a young lady by the name of Indra, who is very dedicated to kids and their upbringing and the way that they're treated in the region and so on. And she writes, like Gabby in some ways, she's very artistic, and she's into writing books and what have you. And so she is a very young person, and she is one of the talents that I care very much about on the label. I care about all of the people on the label, but there are, it's like children. You have certain ones who display a certain affection, a certain honesty, and you admire their tenacity and their creativity. And so those people I speak about. Duke, who is an older artist, he must now be in the 70s. He won the Calypso Monarch competition in Trinidad 4 times in a row, which even the Mighty Sparrow, who is possibly the greatest exponent of the Calypso art form in Trinidad and in the world, I suppose, hasn't done. And Duke is a great writer, a great person. I love him dearly, as I do the Mighty Sparrow, I must say, because he is my mentor. But Duke has a special place in my heart because he is, trucked away there for years, writing really, really great songs. And he is, because of his age and so on, maybe he hasn't had the impact over the last, let us say, 10 years that he should have. But his songs remain great, and I remain totally dedicated to his promotion, etc. All of these artists' music you can get by going up to icerecords.com, and in time you'll be able to download them, but right now you can only buy the CDs, and we ship them to you, and they get to you, don't worry. This is a fantastic opportunity because I know there will be lots and lots of people, not necessarily dedicated to ICE Records or to Eddy Grant, listening to this program, but who may just through this interface decide, hey, let's go press that button and see what really comes up.
When you're in the mood, you talk about sweet Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, for the morning come. Give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, hope before the morning come. She got supporters in higher places who turn their heads to the city sun. Joanna give them the fancy money, oh, to tempt anyone who come. She even knows how to swing opinion in every magazine and the journals. For every bad move that is Joanna make, they got a good explanation. Oh, give me hope, Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, for the morning come. Give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, hope before the morning come. Even the preacher who works for Jesus, the archbishop who's a peaceful man, together say that the freedom fighters will overcome the very strong. I wanna know if you're blind, Joanna, if you wanna hear the sound of drum. Can't you see that the tide is turning? Oh, don't make me wait till the morning come. Oh, to give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, for the morning come. Give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, hope before the morning come. Give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, for the morning come. Give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, hope before the morning.
Republic of Avalon Radio. You're with the roar!
Well, that's it for another episode of Republic of Avalon Radio, and that also rounds out our second look at Lillian's trip to Barbados. We certainly hope you enjoyed the ride, and that somehow, in some little way, perhaps you felt like you were there. That's the idea of Republic of Avalon Radio. Lillian being who she is and doing what she does, and me being who I am and doing what I do. Trotting through creation, going where we go, doing what we do, and meeting the people that we meet, and taking you along for the ride. We're not here to sell you toothpaste or talcum powder or pills. We're just here to let you put on a set of headphones, close your eyes, and come along with us to wherever we go. So thanks again for listening. And by the way, we are fast approaching 20,000 listeners. We're well past 19,000. We expect very soon to hit the 20,000 mark, which is absolutely wonderful. So a great big thank you for listening and for spreading the word about Republic of Avalon Radio. Before we go, I'd like to say a big thank you to Eddy Grant. We really appreciate you sharing your time with us and talking with us about your music, and as well sharing the music itself. I look forward to shaking your hand. We intend to make a trip to Barbados sometime in the not-so-distant future. So we can either do it there, or we can do it on this end of things. We'll have to see what the future brings. One never knows. But thanks again, Eddie. A big hello to Viking and a big shout out to Ice Records. People, get over to eddygrant.com. Pick up his new CD. We've heard it from stem to stern. It's a great album, and as Eddie said before, I think it's definitely something that he can feel proud to put his name on. And I will follow that by saying I think there's plenty more from Eddy Grant coming in the future. So keep your eyes and ears opened. In closing this week, we started the show a little differently. Why not end it a little differently? I'd like to play a song that I wrote that's on my latest CD, Midnight Rover, available at jimfidler.com. It's a song simply called Song for Newfoundland, but it could be just as easily Song for Jamaica, Song for Ireland, Song for Scotland, Song for Guyana, or Song for Barbados. And with Barbados poised to become its own republic, I would like to send this song from Lillian and myself to all the people of Barbados. Stay strong, stay nice, and long live the Republic.
Messiah, no worldly power from above could ever relieve us. No prophesied failure will take us from who and what we love. You'd better believe us, 'cause we've been told that we're just not good enough. So long, and we've been told that we're just not strong enough. So wrong, so wrong. We're a builder of nations. Let us build on the rock and not on sand. In the land of our fathers, in desolate places, we know we have always found our bread. In the love of our mothers, and we've been told that we're just not loud enough. So long, and we've been told that we're just not proud enough. So wrong, so wrong, so wrong. Messiah, no worldly power from above could ever relieve us.
a Root Cellar production.